Hey everybody, this is Brennan with Conquest Classic Cars. You might be able to tell it's a little bit of a breezy day here in Greeley, Colorado, but still perfect weather to check out this gorgeous 1959 Mercedes 220S sedan. We currently have this one live up for auction on bringatrailer.com. Now, to be totally honest with you, this might be one of my favorite cars that we've ever had come through here, if for no other reason than just the story that accompanies it. This came from a gentleman local to us. He has owned it since 1976, so over 45 years, if I'm doing my math correctly. He got it from his father, who was a Mercedes dealer in Kansas. This was actually a graduation gift for him when he finished medical school back in the late 70s. And so this has pretty much been, as far as we can figure out, a two-owner car. And it really does show. Now, it's worth mentioning that it was repainted, and the majority of the bright work, all the chrome trim, was replaced in the early 80s. It was one of the first things he did when he got the car, was give it a fresh coat of paint, give it some new chrome. But as you can tell, it really paid off, because all that detail is just in fantastic shape. No pitting, no oxidization, no dull areas anywhere to address. Just really, really stunning chrome work all over this car. You can see this kind of belt line running down the length of the body to the end of the driver's side door. That was a hallmark of the 220S specifically. Mercedes came out with a lower trim package, kind of similar body style, and it was missing some of this chrome accent you see all over the place. And this paint too is also worth highlighting, because despite the fact that it was done in the early 80s, it still presents really nicely. There are some sunspots just coming through the trees that might be affecting some coloration there, but finish wise, you can just see how reflective. There are a couple areas, like right here, just some small imperfections here and there. This rear reflector is kind of shattered in its little housing right here, but other than that, I mean, just an absolutely beautiful vehicle. And a particular favorite part of mine is just some of the character that shows through. You got a Missouri sticker right here. You got a couple car club badges up on the front, one for Stuttgart, one for the United States. You got a genuine Missouri registration from 1980. Then if we want to come in and take a look in the interior, you can see that it is also just as well preserved as the exterior. Now, all of this wood trim is obviously original. The owner said that it was literally just a consistent routine of lemon oil, making sure it was nice and hydrated and keeping it in good shape. There's some cracking here, which is very, very typical on these 220s. You see a lot of kind of moisture getting in right on this seam seemingly, and it kind of drains down and cracks somewhere around this vent. But other than that, all the window trim looks really nice, and it's just got a cool patina pretty much everywhere you look. It's that level of kind of wear where it ends up kind of adding to the presence of the car. Kind of like this aged horn button right there in the middle. Taking a seat in here, you can see that the odometer reads 42,740. Now, it is believed that it has only rolled over once, which, taking a look at the underside of the car, which we do have photos of in the listing, I'd be inclined to believe. Pretty much everything in here is original and functional. Even the clock works. If you can hear that ticking in the background. Now, obviously, this is a Panasonic 8-track player. This is obviously aftermarket. It runs to some speakers that have been run to all four doors. They're actually pretty well integrated. You can kind of see on the door panel here. Pretty low impact, but you know, for the purists out there, it is worth mentioning that those have been added. You can take a look in the back seat too. Reupholstery was done around the same time, but as far as I'm aware, it was limited to just the seats. So the door panels, the headliner, everything else is all original. I love these coat rails kind of above the doors. And if we lean up here, even this ceiling light turns on. It's just a great, really well preserved Survivor. All right, here we are under the hood of this 220 Ponton Mercedes. Pretty bare bones and straightforward. What you see is what you get. It's a 2.2 liter inline six with dual carbs that were both rebuilt about a year or so ago. All of that power is running through a 4 on the tree manual transmission up on the column. Some other things that were done recently were a complete fuel system flush. The tank was flushed, fuel lines were replaced. That's all in good health. As you can see, the distributor's newer. Just some basic maintenance items just to keep it on the road, but I can attest that it is a really, really beautifully driving car, and we will have a full test drive up for this one as well. As you can see, it still retains its factory data plaque as it should. This one is titled using the body number, not the serial number, but both numbers are stamped on the car. And as far as we can tell, it is obviously completely numbers matching. Everything is original and as it should be. Well, thank you so much for checking out this walk around on genuinely one of my favorite cars. Something you don't really run into very often, certainly not with this kind of ownership and history behind it. So always cool to find out what stories these cars have, and especially when something comes out of the woodwork like this that's been under the same ownership for so long. But don't miss your chance to bid on this one. The auction is live now. Feel free to drop a bid, drop a comment, leave a question. We're happy to provide any information that we can track down for you, as well as any additional photos or videos that may be of assistance. So just let us know. But thank you so much again. This is Brennan at Conquest Classic Cars. Appreciate you checking this one out, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.